In order to overcome neuroplastic pain or mind body concerns, we need to reduce the resistance we have towards feeling difficult emotions. So let's get into it. Throughout our life, we can't get away from feeling difficult emotions. I know for myself, I definitely have tried. I've tried to avoid and have often felt a lot of resistance. And people oftentimes get confused that difficult emotions trigger neuroplastic pain or mind body concerns. But it's more the resistance to feeling difficult emotions that can trigger it. And a lot of researchers actually argue, and I know Dr. Schubiner talks about how pain, anxiety, depression can be almost inhibiting symptoms towards feeling difficult emotions. Basically, meaning that when we're feeling an extremely difficult emotion, a lot of time we'll get these symptoms going on, almost as a distraction. I know Sarno kind of talked about this. I think more so what'll happen is when we resist difficult emotions, when we do that, we naturally feel in danger from them. We don't want to feel them. We view them as unsafe. And as a result, we start to get these symptoms taking place because we're resisting what we're actually feeling inside. And so, whatever theory you go off of, it's clear that the resistance to difficult emotions can trigger neuroplastic pain and mind body concerns. And I've been thinking about this topic a lot. And I know on my own journey when I was first recovering, I did a lot of journaling, I did a lot of emotion meditations, I did a lot of self compassion meditations for the emotions that I felt. And this was really helpful. I think it was a huge part of why I recovered. And so I'm a big advocate of people starting to get in touch with emotions in their body and allowing them to occur and reduce resistance. But even for myself, even though it's long past since I've recovered from neuroplastic pain, I still feel that resistance. And so for myself right now, we have a cat named Zebra. Well, our family has two cats, but we have one cat named Zebra. Now, we call her that because she's a fully black cat, and I think we were trying to be funny. But Zebra is quite old. She's about 15, and unfortunately, the vet has found tumors, and she's not going to live much longer. We're going to have to put an end to her life soon just to kind of reduce her suffering. And even as I talk about it right now, like I can feel the sadness. I can feel the kind of extreme grief over Zebra being a part of our family for 15 years and no longer going to be around in a couple of weeks. As I was feeling this and processing this with my partner, with my children, I could feel that resistance where I was like, I don't want to feel this. I don't want to experience this. And that's what we need to reduce. And again, I'm not saying you need to walk around feeling difficult emotions all the time. That's too much, that's too overwhelming. But we need to allow them to come out and feel them. And so I've been doing a lot of this work even for myself lately, of just feeling the sadness and the grief kind of in small bursts and attending to it and learning to feel safe with it in my body. And one of the strategies that I've been using that I think is really useful with reducing that resistance that we naturally feel to difficult emotions is soften, soothe, allow. And this is a strategy that comes from two therapists named Kristen Neff and Christopher Germer, and they're huge on self compassion. And so it's not that we just want to feel our emotions fully, that we want to do it with a sense of compassion behind it. Because we need to care for ourselves while we're feeling extreme despair or terror or rage. Because even though we want us to thaw and feel these things, we want to do it with a sense of safety. And so soften, soothe, allow. It's a pretty simple technique. It takes some work to start to use. But all you do is once you scan your body, you notice where you feel those sensations of emotions, those difficult emotions. You might even feel the resistance in your body to feeling them. What you do is you kind of breathe with it, and you almost soften the edges. You soften that sensation. And then you soothe it. I always use soothing touch, which I've talked about a lot, which is a hand on your chest or wrapping your arms around yourself. And you soften, you soothe the sensation. And then once you do that, we start to feel safer to allow it to occur in the body. And so I'll go through a little meditation to give you an example of what this kind of looks like. And so all you need to do is just scan your body, just from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, and just notice where you feel the sensations of these difficult emotions that you're kind of experiencing. For myself right now, I can feel sadness kind of in my center, my chest and my stomach, almost like a hollow feeling. And just attend to it, be curious about it, explore it, and start to breathe with it. What we want to do is just breathe nice, deep but slow and gentle breaths into the area that you feel the discomfort. And as you breathe into it, it's almost imagining the warm air kind of surrounding it and not getting rid of it. We're not trying to get rid of it right now, but the warm air surrounding it and just softening it, allowing it to thaw a bit, really smooth out kind of those rough edges of that difficult sensation. And then just use a little bit of soothing touch. It's just putting your hand on your chest, feel the warmth, the weight of your hand, and just breathe gently into the sensation. Because this signals to our nervous system that we're safe to feel this. So it's just breathing nice and slow, feeling the weight of your hand, and soothing it a bit as you do this. And then once we've softened it and we've soothed it a bit, then it's just allowing it to be there. It's just kind of noticing where you feel resistance in your body. Breathing in, and as you exhale, just allowing yourself to release and relax into your body to the sensation that you feel. And just take a few more deep breaths in and out. And then you can come back to the room. And so that's the soften, soothe, allow meditation. This is something that I do fairly often, especially recently, just with the grief I've been feeling. I've been doing it probably a couple of times a day. It doesn't need to be that long, right? It could be just a couple of minutes. But we slowly can reduce that resistance with a sense of safety, with a sense of compassion and true care for the difficult emotions that we're feeling. And by doing this, I believe this, by reducing the resistance to feeling our emotions, we lower the level of danger that our brain feels. Because the brain just feels more and more in danger the more we resist all these difficult emotions. And by reducing that resistance and learning to feel safe in our body, over time, those pain sensations, neuroplastic pain, mind-body concerns can start to fade away. So try this out. Again, as we do this, you want to go slow, right? You never want to do what we just did in the middle of a panic attack. That would not be ideal, right? We all have different levels of what emotions we can handle sitting with. And that can expand over time, right? Kind of our window of tolerance for handling emotions can widen over time, but we got to start where we're at, right? I know when I was first doing this, it was more just irritation or frustration I would do it with and feel it in my body. So I hope this was helpful. Please put your questions or comments down below. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, as I'm going to release videos every week talking about neuroplastic pain and mind-body concerns. Take care.